Hey, how you guys doing? I just noticed that I did not check my audio, and that's not good. So I just managed to check my audio, and my audio is swinging. Wee. So I was doing down a rabbit hole today of guitar music. I seem to watch a lot more than I play, which is no bueno. Um, so I'm really gonna really crunch my guitar lessons. Yeah, I don't think I have any choice to. Uh, I look at picking up guitar like I look at quitting smoking. I'm never gonna do that again, so I'm never not gonna do this again. You know what I mean? That's very this is good for me in whatever way it is. And man, I go to old crunchy fingers, it's not working. What up, man? How you doing, Brian? Good to see you. I hope all is well on your Wednesday hump day. Uh, it's the 10th. I have a thing about numbers. I'm not a numerologist, right? Oh, on this day, yeah. But like tomorrow, 11, 21. I think that's interesting. I remember it was 10, 11, 12 back in the day. So that was interesting. Um, and you'll never see these days again, right? They'll compile themselves differently, and you won't be here, and I won't be here. Hi, hey, on a scooter. Yeah, Death by Misadventure. There was this girl in New York who was randomly hit by like a cab and like lost her leg up to like the thigh. And it was like it's and I was thinking about this. I was like, it's something that I grew up doing. I want to knock on wood because I haven't been hit by a car in New York, right? Saying that down here. Here people move fast. You get hit by a car here, it's a wrap. We always have people hit people and leave the scene. I can't believe it, but that happens. Um, but yeah, cabs, it's so sad. And these scooter things, man, people who are not athletic run out and get a scooter like it's all right. It is not all right. Do I have to show you my skateboards again and tell the story about why I stopped skateboarding? Oh my God. Oh, let's get them. All right, here we go. Here we go. These are my skateboards, right? Let's swing the thing around. Use your balls, right? These are my skateboards. I love them to death. Each one of these is probably worth 300 bucks. Uh, they're both rolling dervishes. They're both loaded bamboo skateboards. Here's the problem. Let's stick it right here. I'm not. Well, no. Let's put it back where we got. Uh, I don't ride them anymore because I told the famous almost killed myself in Brooklyn story. Wow, man, I burned a lot of dust in here, and it's getting in everything. Which makes me once you see like a layer of dust because you burn incense, makes you think about your lungs, especially getting older. I'm gonna have to stop blowing like incense and shit. But it's look, I'm still. I was never formidable. I'm not formidable, but I was fit enough to do the deed, right? Other people were way fitter and they were formidable, but some people don't even run, and then they'll go on vacation and get on like a Vespa scooter, and they never don't know motorcycles or two wheel anything. And then they'll ride them in like flip flops, and God forbid something happens, you got to put your foot down. Yeah, and then other people the same thing. Well, a motorized scooter is like a bike, right? I biked my whole life. See, man, it's sad to say, but when you ask people questions about how like activity is a thing, and you're not supposed to ask that because then people go, your body's shaming or something shaming or blah, blah. But at the end of the day, if you look at the American military, the only if you look at militaries, the only people who have a fat military is the North Koreans, because those got to like 70 giant pouches out the here, medals from like the mustache. They don't have mustache. Medals from like the chin straight down to like the kneecap. American generals look like they will bust your ass. and we retire them out. I think 65. But those guys who are about 60 will beat the ever loving fuck out of you. You know what I mean? They're about their business. At first, they are fucking soldiers, right? They may be just, but the whole point is there are no soldiers who, oh, we don't carry guns. We just do this first. No, the cooks are soldiers, trained killers, right? The guys who come up and move the furniture for the general who may be enlisted men are also fucking well trained, right? So it's this kind of energy. Uh and here, and you'll be like, why are you talking about generals? And the point here is people now are just comfortable, squishy house cats first. And then they go away and ski a little bit and then take pictures in their bunny outfits or cool, whatever. But they're not, and then they'll, you know, it doesn't make any sense. It's like every now and then somebody goes horseback riding, gets thrown by a horse, and like gets like Christopher Reeves, right? I mean, I don't know. It's sad. Do you ride scooters? Like do you ride those stand up scooters, or do you ride like those Vespa scooters? Because I know a woman. Here's a story for you. A Brooklyn lady who had a pink Vespa. When Vespa got popular like 8 years ago, she ran out and got one. Don't know jack shit about motorcycles and not physically fit. And I just see her zipping around town with like the whole kit. She had a little like trunk on it, matching the same. It was very nice. And then I saw it like and there was a dent in the back, and there was like a giant sticker of a band-aid. And I thought that was funny. I was like, oh my God, there's like a 2 foot band-aid over this dent on her car. It's really funny. But then I thought to myself, hmm, I don't know if that's good. You know what I mean? Uh, and then like 5 months later, she died in an accident on it. 2 accidents in a year. She went from having it for a year. I don't think she had it for a year. It wasn't a complete year. But she was a Brooklyn mom. Like her kids went to the what's that, the not the Mariana school, the what's that French school that all the wealthy people put their kids in, Montessori, right? Her kids went to the Montessori school. Her husband was in city government, some shit, and she didn't work. She just took care of the kids and the giant brownstone that they had. And I knew it because she was new to well, yeah, I like everybody, quite frankly, even when it's detrimental to me. And it was the whole thing was detrimental to me. Um, but yeah, people go on vacations and kill themselves all the time. It's not just drinking and driving on a boat. People, not even drunk. Well, people will rent a scooter and just not be equipped to know basic bullshit about a scooter. How to stop, how to put your foot down, how not to go too fast, how not to lean too far if you're going too fast. Because it's not, you know, you've got like 5 inches of clearance before you lean over and you jackknife the damn thing, you know, at like what is this, 90-degree angle? At like yeah, I'd say like an 80-degree angle. Like motorcycles can get good in there, like 30 degrees and 40 degrees, right? But like yeah, at an 80-degree angle, you will flip that shit and kill yourself on a city street. Or you'll be zipping down, and these New York City potholes will well, these, like, I'm still there. Those New York City potholes will completely undo you. So, and then on top of that, you're not fit anyway. I see a lot of chubby people on these things too. It's like down here driving. I see a lot of old people because there's a ton of old people with no families around anymore, and and small women too. They're so up on the steering wheel that if you had a fender bender, the steering wheel will slam into their chest and kill them. Oh my God, we were only doing 25 miles an hour, officer. Don't worry about. I've seen a ton of these. It's sad, but yeah, she's like 80 and fragile. or this person super. You're like, really? Yeah. Check out the 20. She fell over, then was run over by a box truck. Well, yeah, that will fucking do it. She fell over in the street and then was run over by a box. Wow. Um, wow, that's sad. It is sad, but I hate to say it. I hate like I'm not. I mean, it's sad, but I'm not like, oh, that's I can't sleep at night because I'm from New York, and I've had to show up in women of all like economic levels and all attractiveness will end up, a victim of fate. It happens to all of us, not just the ugly people. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, but some of this is if you said, "Are you sure about this?" Like, here's the thing. I was thinking about this a couple of days ago. I saw this video, and I've seen several of them of the same ilk, where like people challenge kids and they run like they're not 60 and gonna chase like run against like a 15-year-old or whatever. They're like 30, like 20, no, not even 20. I want to say 33 to 35, up to like 40ish. Right in that range where you haven't run in a while. It may have been like a few years, maybe five, and right. And then all of a sudden you may be able to get up to speed, but now you can't stop. And people are like, so look up. I mean, you see moms falling down, and everybody laughs and helps her up, and she laughs about it because she's not so old and fragile to hurt herself. You know what I mean? But and everybody gets a chuckle out of it. But it's that idea of I used to be able to run. Why can't I stop? Right? Well, how did I lose my balance? Why am I all forward energy now? I'll tell you, I stopped. I look. I was, and I noticed this before I had to fall. I was like, ooh, and I stopped skating in New York, and I burned them down here because they're both worth like $300. Um, but skating around before this happened, I was like, ooh, I had a couple of like, whoa, and I thought to myself, I need to stop doing this. I'm slow by just like a hair, and everything happens in that hair. I'm just a hair. And when I took a spill, man, it was all I could do to roll to the side of the street so the fucking bus behind me did not run me over. And luckily, I had enough space on him that he was able to jam on the brakes and stop. And he had stopped, I think I want to say 15 feet behind me, which is not a lot when you think of how big a bus is. It really isn't, right? It felt like it was right on me, but it wasn't. I had at least a car and a half length of for them to stop, and I wasn't completely in front of them either. I had rolled over and tucked myself off to like the side of parked cars. But man, I blew my hands out, like my pinky. I thought that I broke my hand. My pinky and my not index. What is this? This is your middle. This is your pointer. I mean, this is my index. Went all the way back. I landed on my shoulder. I totally did my shoulder, and I had groceries when I was doing it. I hit a pothole that I never would have hit. I never would have hit if I was like 6 months younger. Now I was thinking about this one, so maybe 10, maybe the previous year I wouldn't have hit it. But this is the way shit happens, right? Like you can see with professional sports. All of a sudden, people are like who used to nail it, like throw that football right in here in the end zone, are just dropping it like it's hitting the target like 2 feet lower or 2 feet higher. It's like it gets harder to dial in. It is a thing, you know. This is how nature makes way for the next generation of shit talkers, I guess. All right. But we sort of jimmied our system, so now only old wealthy people run it, which is why we're sliding into the trees. Hmm. Uh yeah, it's sad, right? I mean, it's more sad for the people who knew her and lived with her and loved her. Her parents, she's only 24. I'm sure her parents are fucking brokenhearted. Uh, but yeah, it's just for me and people who don't know, it's just another oh man, Statistic. Statistic. It's another statistic. Yeah, y'all know what I mean. I have issues with sometimes I have issues with my STAs. I can say station, but sometimes it comes out thick. I used to talk like this and I trained myself out of it. But every now and then I have trouble with words like comfortable, comfortable. But we all have a weird word, but statistics. Uh Scooter accident, NYC. Brooklyn e-scooter rider dies in crash on East Flatbush sidewalk. On the fucking sidewalk. New York City school operator killed in an accident, NYPD New York Post. Let's see what the fucking Post had to say about it. Because Kyle Rittenhouse. First of all, his tears look fake as fuck. But we'll see what happens. Shane. The victim was operating, and oh my god, is that? Oh my god, this is a picture of her. Oh my god, look at this. This is the wildest picture I've seen in a minute. Let's pull this up. Holy crap! I mean, first of all, it's a body. It's a picture of her under a tarp. It's not even a yellow tarp. You can see through the tarp, and you can see the blood. Look at her sneakers. Let's get me out of here. Let's get me out of here. Oh, good lord! What is going on here, man? This is not news. You should be able to undo you. There you go. Look at this. You can see the blood. You can see her shoes. And they looked into her pocket. They took her wallet out or whatever, and then they put it on top of the man. The cops give a fuck like they're just the worst. Um, this looks like a highway lieutenant. He's got one bar, and this might be a precinct captain. Or he might be a precinct lieutenant. Oh, that's so bad. That's so tragic. Oops, sorry. Oh, yeah, these fucking scooters will do you in. Um, excuse me. Oh, was it rush hour? She fell over, then was run over by a box truck. Sometimes old drivers sneak up behind you. That is the fucking truth. They come out of nowhere. This is why I don't ride a motorcycle. Because I don't think I would get me killed, but I think other people around me would definitely do me in. And plus there's the older you are as you learn to ride, the higher your quotient goes up until you hit like a 10-year mark and then you even out with everybody else. Right? And that's a long time to get good at riding motorcycles. She fell over, there were no box trucks. 3 accidents or rear-ended. Really? You were hit 3 times or rear-ended? I was hit twice in once out here in front of my parking spot when I first got the car. And then like 2 weeks ago, an old couple, but they blamed me because good lord, I don't even know why it was my fault. But I just got the car back like Tuesday, like yesterday. So now the back end, which was dented, looks fine, but now I still have this original thing in the front that's just messed with me. And now my car began to go tick, 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 tick. Now I'm like, now I got to get it checked out. I mean, this car is costing me cash, which is fine, but I'm definitely gonna need fucking excuse my language. I'm definitely gonna need that camping tent for like $300. The victim was operating an electric sit-down scooter. West, that's not what those are called. Electric sit-down scooters. Um, they're motorized. Well, I guess they're all motorized scooters now. I guess that's what they're called. Electric sit-down scooter. I would have called them a Vespa. But it's not a Vespa. Westbound on Webster Avenue near Itner Place. An electric scooter driver was killed early Saturday in the Bronx when this is a dude, when is this? October 2nd, 2021. Hold it. This is 8 days ago. Hold it. We don't care about this guy. This guy was probably a delivery guy. An electric scooter was driven by Sonny Brock when he lost control of his ride, slammed into a cement median, and the vehicle landed on top of him, police say. Philip Fisher of the Bronx was operating an electric sit-down scooter westbound on Webster Avenue near Idna Place when he lost control. Get out of here. When he lost control of the vehicle at about 2:45 a.m. Oh, so not good. Okay, so yeah, let's look at this guy. This is the guy he was talking to. Yeah, and this is the precinct lieutenant. He's likely the watch commander. So he's in charge on night duty of about, I want to say, 60 cops. Well, but he's not the only lieutenant, right? So him and two other lieutenants are responsible for 60 cops. And then there's a midnight captain who's responsible for like all of them. He's got his camera on. Does everyone else have their fucking cameras on? And midnight here, look at this guy. He's a TV kind of getting the like, so he's out at 3 following like the calls from police scanners. Cops respond after the accident. The victim was not wearing a helmet while driving the scooter. The victim was not wearing a helmet, was ejected from the vehicle. No. He wasn't ejected from the vehicle. He's on a scooter. He was thrown. That's what happens. If you're on a motorcycle, you are thrown. If you're on a scooter, you are thrown. If you're on a bicycle, you are thrown. If you're in a car, the only way you can be ejected is through a door or the front windshield, right? Fisher suffered severe body trauma and at the same point. He must have been traveling. Because I'm looking at this, and it looks like his brain is next to his ear. Oh, that is not awesome. Oh boy, are we gonna have trouble with the stream? Don't you start, stream. Don't you start. Don't you start. Don't you? I'm telling you, you've been doing this all week. Oh, all right. Look, if we have an issue, I'll instantly be back. I will, as soon as the nonsense stops being nonsensory. Let's close this and see if we can find this woman scooter accident today. How about that?